greatest journeys of movement on Earth. The most intense test of survival on the planet. 10% of the animals are unable to make it all the way to the destination. But nothing can hold them back. It is an ancient song of life filled with echoes and lifeblood. Tell us where you are following this journey from. And now, let us explore together. Great Migration, the ultimate clash for the Savannah's throne. December in Serengeti, Tanzania. A flat land stretching across more than 14,750 square kilometers. The starting point of the great journey that began millions of years ago. The Great Migration. Covering the lush green grasslands of Ndutu and southern Serengeti are the blue wildebeest, the core force of the Great Migration. Each year, more than 1.7 million wildebeest take part in this journey. This is an important moment. Each year, Ndutu welcomes more than 500,000 newborn blue wildebeest. A synchronous birthing phenomenon that builds up their numbers for the migration. And through the next more than 3 months, the young ones are nurtured under the gentle protection of nature. Short bursts of rain in early December bring life back to the grasslands. Data from the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute shows that the average rainfall for the month ranges from 80 to 100 millimeters. It is just enough for grasses such as Thomeda triandra and Pennisetum mesianum to grow to a balanced height, not rising so tall that they block the view. Thanks to that, mother and calf wildebeest can peacefully enjoy the abundant food supply. Synchronous birthing is a powerful survival strategy bestowed by nature. Predator swamping. The sudden presence of hundreds of thousands of newborns arriving within a short period gently overwhelms hunters such as lions, hyenas, and cheetahs. There is simply no way for them to take in such an abundant, overflowing source of living prey all at once. Across the vast expanse of Ndutu, sheer numbers become a source of strength. A continuous flow of life keeps moving forward, feeding into the Great Migration. Every step marks an everlasting cycle of the African savanna. But relying on numbers alone is not enough. The young wildebeest must grow quickly, only 3 months. That is the time they have to learn to walk and run, preparing to join a journey stretching nearly 2,000 kilometers. The heavy rains in early March do not allow them to be slow. Just a few minutes after birth, a young wildebeest must immediately stand up. Its 4 slender legs have to quickly learn how to support a body weighing more than 18 kilograms. It wobbles forward, taking the very first steps of a challenging path of survival. But only a few hours later, it begins to run, blending into the herd to stay away from the eager gazes of the hunters quietly watching from afar. Young wildebeest grow at an astonishing pace thanks to the richly nourishing milk from their mothers. After a few weeks, they are already keeping up with the steps of the adults. Their strides become steady, reaching speeds of 40 to 48 kilometers per hour. A perfect step of preparation. The wildebeest herd will need to move 5 to 10 kilometers each day to graze. And more importantly, speed will help them slip away from the hunters. Their instinct to keep moving, as if etched into every cell, becomes the key factor that gently lifts their chances of survival. Large numbers mean the blue wildebeest become a common target for lions, hyenas, African wild dogs, and cheetahs. But the wildebeest are not completely passive in the face of these threats. They develop several natural and highly effective defensive tactics. One of their most important tactics is moving in large herds. They spread out into many smaller groups across the Ndutu plains. But these groups still stay connected, forming a dense flow of life stretching all the way to the horizon. Hunters become uncertain, unable to focus on a specific target in the midst of such a sweeping scene. The wildebeest herd in great numbers becomes a solid defensive system. The sharp horns of the males form a formidable barrier, and the protection from the females becomes a steadfast shield for the young ones. Nothing feels safer than being surrounded by family, especially when beginnings and endings intertwine at every step across the rugged savanna. Although the wildebeest are the main force of the Great Migration, they are not the ones who lead the way. That role belongs to the zebra. As hindgut fermenters, they act like natural machines that clear away the older, tougher grasses. The softer layer of grass is then ready for those who follow behind. Unlike the wildebeest, the zebra do not have a synchronous birthing season. The females give birth throughout the year, but gathering during the rainy season offers them many advantages. Adult zebra weigh from 350 to 450 kilograms and stand about 1.2 meters tall, moving together in dense formations. Every step on the grasslands is a quiet effort for survival. The zebra, with their flexible birthing strategy, know how to make the most of every moment nature offers. Adaptability. The dry savanna cannot hold back the existence of the zebra. They have adapted beautifully to the semi-arid environment of Ndutu. Competition from many other grazing species makes food and water supplies increasingly scarce. But the zebra are astonishingly enduring. They can travel dozens of kilometers to find water, even when the grass turns dry under the intense sunlight. A diet made mostly of tough, fiber-rich grasses allows them to stay well through the dry season. This becomes a survival advantage during the Great Migration, when vegetation can shift quickly from one season to the next. Constant movement is an instinct for the zebra, even during pregnancy. The gestation cycle of this species lasts 12 to 13 months. But just 20 to 30 minutes after being born, the young one can already stand up, taking its first unsteady steps. They weigh just over 30 kilograms, but that does not matter. What matters is standing up, blending into the herd, running. Every second is precious. Across the vast open fields, the hunters never truly rest. They watch, they wait for moments of vulnerability, for the young ones who fall behind. But the young zebra, guided by a remarkable instinct for survival, quickly blend into the herd. Like the wildebeest, They are no longer easy targets once they move as part of the group. A thoughtful strategy for staying safe. Each individual becomes part of a united whole, and every stride is a note in the symphony of survival. Sense of community. However, the long gestation period of zebras also makes them more vulnerable to predators like lions, hyenas, and cheetahs. When zebras are drinking water or resting after a long journey, they can easily fall within a predator's sight. While adult zebras can defend themselves with powerful kicks from their hind legs, the young ones are often more susceptible to being hunted. That said, zebras don't fight alone. Their greatest weapon is the unity of the herd. Zebras live in large groups, with each herd led and protected by a stallion, an adult male, who oversees the females and young. This tightly knit social system helps them maintain cohesion. Communication within the herd through vocal calls, body gestures, and social behaviors is key to protecting each other as they move. Their migration, which covers over 1,200 miles, zebras are not alone. They often travel alongside wildebeest and gazelles. These three species form a living shield, reducing the risk of predation. Predators find it difficult to single out an individual when large herds move together, creating the perfect dispersal effect. As a result, the survival rate of young zebras increases significantly due to their ability to move swiftly and the protection provided by the herd. After the rainy season, the Ndutu region transforms into a lush green field, where short grasses grow rapidly, rich in nutrients. This creates an ideal environment for Thomson's gazelle, a species that primarily feeds on young grass. Though they enter the breeding season alongside wildebeest and zebras, the Thomson's gazelle has distinct reproductive behaviors and patterns. Their gestation period is shorter, lasting only 5 to 6 months. Each time, a Thomson's gazelle gives birth to a single calf, weighing around 10 pounds. Quick and small, their survival depends on every step from the very first days of life. Thomson's gazelle is one of the smallest but most agile antelope species in the African savanna, standing only 24 to 28 inches tall and weighing between 44 and 77 pounds. This species is named after the Scottish explorer Joseph Thomson. Their light brown coat, combined with a white belly and a distinct black stripe running from their hind legs to their shoulders, creates a signature look that makes Thomson's gazelle easily recognizable in the vast Serengeti grasslands. Due to their small size, Thomson's gazelles are often pursued by predators like cheetahs and, at times, African wild dogs. Newborn gazelles weigh only about 10 pounds at birth and do not immediately follow the herd. Instead, their survival strategy relies on their ability to blend in. In their early days, gazelle calves lie motionless in the tall grasses, where their light brown coats blend seamlessly with the natural surroundings. This camouflage is key to helping them get through their most vulnerable stage. Each day, the mother returns to nurse the calf, then leaves it hidden in the tall grass once again. The ability to remain concealed in the expansive savanna is not only a delicate form of evasion, but also a critical factor in surviving the intense challenges of life in the Serengeti. During the Great Migration, Thomson's gazelles travel alongside the large herds of wildebeest and zebras. However, due to their smaller size, they usually follow behind, taking advantage of the young grasses left behind by the larger animals. This trait allows Thomson's gazelles to avoid direct competition and conserve energy during the grueling journey. One distinctive behavior of this species is the constant flicking of their tails, which helps signal others in the herd to the presence of predators. In addition, Thomson's gazelles often engage in stotting, high leaps while running, as a way to signal to predators that they have been spotted, while also showcasing their strength to other members of the herd. After the birthing season in early months, from April to May, the southern Serengeti grasslands begin to dry out. The rains have passed, and the green grass is now just a memory. The dry, withered fields are trampled by the heavy footsteps of millions of wildebeest, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles. This is one of the most critical stages of the Great Migration. The southern Serengeti, once a paradise, has now become an arid land, lacking in nutrients. But further north, greener pastures still await. The start date of this journey is not fixed. It can begin any time from late April to early June. When the southern Serengeti grasslands can no longer sustain them, the journey north becomes the only option. The lands in Grumeti and beyond represent their final hope. This is the moment when the herds must move. More than 500 miles to the north, new grasslands await. A massive migration begins. 1.5 million wildebeest, 300,000 gazelles, and 200,000 zebras. The animals form lines stretching as far as 25 miles, like an endless river, carrying with it the rhythm of life and survival. Each one moves with a singular goal: to survive. Wildebeest, with their enormous need for food, consume tons of grass each day. They have no choice but to move quickly northward, where enough grass and water remain to sustain life. According to ecological studies in 2023, these herds can travel 6 to 9 miles a day, much faster than during other stages of the migration. This speed is a deeply ingrained survival instinct passed down through generations. As the southern and central grasslands are consumed, they must find new land before the dry season fully sets in. If delayed, the risk of malnutrition and exhaustion looms large. At this time, decreasing rainfall also alters the path of the migrating herds. They travel along the western corridor, crossing small rivers and wetlands that remain from the rainy season. The urgent footsteps of wildebeest and zebras echo across the dry earth. The Savannah becomes a race course for survival, where agility and the ability to navigate the drying landscape determine their fate. These enormous migrating herds are not just groups of animals searching for food, but living shields that protect one another. They use a unique survival strategy, moving in large herds. The sheer number of animals makes it harder for predators to single out targets, reducing the chances of a successful hunt. However, as they move further north, the large herds begin to disperse into smaller groups. This strategy helps relieve pressure on vegetation and increases access to food for each individual. Each small herd becomes a fortress of survival on the 1,200-mile journey, where every step is a battle for life. The journey north is not just a search for food and water, but a race against time. As the herds approach the Grumeti River, the migration becomes even more intense. Predators from the cat family increase their activity, turning this area into a hotbed for hunting. According to the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute in 2023, this stage sees a higher success rate for predators compared to other times of the year. Exhausted wildebeest, after a long journey and depleted energy from lack of food, become easy to spot in the open fields. Lions and cheetahs, two of the Serengeti's most renowned predators, seize every opportunity to strike as the migrating herds pass through exposed areas. The presence of predators at every turn forces the migrating herds to remain on high alert, where each step could mean the difference between survival and danger on the dry savanna. Lions, notorious and highly organized predators, pose a significant threat to the migrating animals on the African savanna. They don't hunt randomly, but rather with strategic planning, choosing ambush points along the wildebeest and zebra migration paths. Lionesses often select areas with dense bushes, trees, or rugged terrain to conceal themselves. In response to this threat, herbivores have developed their own defensive strategies. Zebras, with their excellent vision, often lead the migration. According to a 2023 study by the Serengeti Research Institute, zebras can detect predators from up to 1.5 miles away. When they spot lions, they immediately issue loud warning calls, helping the herd reorganize, heighten their vigilance, and prepare for sudden changes in direction. If they need to escape, both zebras and wildebeest can run at speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, which makes it challenging for lionesses, who can only maintain high speeds for short bursts. If escape isn't possible, wildebeest and zebras have their own defensive skills to confront lionesses, the top predators of the savanna. Wildebeest, weighing around 500 pounds, are powerful animals with sharp horns that can grow up to 30 inches. When attacked, they don't just flee, but can also fight back, using their horns to strike and defend against predators. Lionesses, despite their strength, can suffer serious injuries if struck by a wildebeest's horns. Zebras, weighing around 900 pounds, can also turn the tables on the king of the savanna with powerful kicks from their hind legs. According to 2024 data from the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute, a zebra's kick is strong enough to cause serious injuries to lions, especially when aimed at the head or chest. This ability allows them to defend themselves when under threat. Additionally, zebras tend to run in smaller groups and use their kicks when faced with the danger of being surrounded. In areas with dense grass and rugged terrain, tensions rise. On one side are the patient, hidden lions, and on the other, the cautious, alert herds, moving carefully with each step. The struggle for survival between predator and prey plays out daily, where life and danger are always just a heartbeat apart on the vast savanna grasslands. Meanwhile, cheetahs become a significant threat to gazelles and zebras. With incredible speeds reaching between 60 to 75 miles per hour in short chases, cheetahs are the fastest land predators. On the open plains of the African savanna, where speed is a key weapon, cheetahs take advantage of their ability to sprint across flat fields to close in on their targets. However, migrating animals have their own defense strategies. When a chase begins, gazelles don't scatter aimlessly in fear. Instead, they employ smart tactics. Thomson's gazelles, small but incredibly quick, disperse in different directions. This creates visual confusion, making it harder for cheetahs to focus on a single target. With speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour, Thomson's gazelles are formidable opponents. However, their primary defense lies not just in speed, but in their ability to make sudden changes in direction. They use zigzag running patterns with sharp turns, causing cheetahs to lose momentum. These movements require precise timing and prevent the predator from maintaining maximum speed for long. Cheetahs can only sustain their high speeds for 20 to 30 seconds, and if the gazelle can evade the cheetah for that long, the chance of survival increases dramatically. Around May to June, the wildebeest, zebras and gazelles head towards the western Serengeti, where the Grumeti River crosses their path. The migration now faces a significant challenge, crossing the treacherous waters. Predators lurk beneath the surface or ambush from the riverbanks, waiting for the inevitable moment when the animals must cross. The lush green pastures to the north are just beyond the river, but it represents a boundary between survival and danger. The Grumeti River, although not as wide as the Mara River, remains a formidable obstacle on the migration journey. Stretching about 30 miles in length, its narrow and deep sections become deadly traps for the migrating herds, which often move in large groups, relying on numbers for protection from predators. As the migration reaches the Grumeti River, they encounter one of the savanna's most formidable predators, the Nile crocodile. These aquatic giants patiently hide beneath the surface, waiting for the moment the animals enter their range. With an average length of 16 to 20 feet and an immense bite force of up to 3,700 pounds per square inch, a single moment of inattention can lead to an adult zebra being dragged into the murky waters in an instant. According to research from the African Wildlife Conservation Fund in 2024, the success rate of Nile crocodiles during chaotic river crossings reaches up to 70%. For the weaker, younger, or more fatigued members of the herd, the river becomes a deadly trap. Young wildebeest or small gazelles, lacking the strength to fight against the current, may succumb and become a feast for the waiting crocodiles. The Grumeti River becomes a perilous barrier in the migration, where life and danger are decided in mere seconds amidst the swirling waters. But the Grumeti River is not the only challenge. On either side of the river, large cats like lions, hyenas, and leopards lie in wait, ready to take advantage of any moment of distraction. Among them, leopards are particularly notorious for their climbing abilities and their skill in ambushing from above, making them especially dangerous in areas with dense vegetation. Leopards patiently wait for prey from high branches, targeting weakened or young animals that stray from the herd. According to research from the Serengeti Research Institute in 2024, leopards have a 50 to 60% success rate in attacking vulnerable or young migrating animals. They capitalize on the panic following the river crossing, choosing individuals who are too exhausted to keep pace with the herd. With their agility and impressive strength, leopards can launch a surprise attack and take down prey in the blink of an eye. Once they've caught their prey, leopards will drag the carcass up a tree to avoid it being stolen by other predators. Despite the dangers and challenges, the migrating herds must press on to reach the lands of hope and life beyond the river. At this point, they demonstrate remarkable survival skills and strategies. As they approach the Grumeti River, the timing, location, and method of crossing become matters of life and death. A wrong choice can lead to disaster, with Nile crocodiles waiting in the water. In May and June, the Grumeti River is often filled with water due to earlier heavy rains. However, as the rains diminish, the river's water level becomes unpredictable, creating dangerous conditions for the animals crossing. At this stage, the most important survival strategy is moving in large groups. Around 1 million wildebeest and 200,000 zebras will cross the river during this time, often in groups of 5,000 to 10,000 animals at a time. The leaders of the herd, typically the strongest individuals, will guide the group across, scouting the riverbed to find a safe path. Moving in large groups not only increases their chances of survival by providing protection for one another, but it also creates confusion. This makes it difficult for predators to select a specific target to attack. In the fast-flowing waters and dangerous hunts, the unity of the herd becomes their strongest weapon, turning this perilous journey into a strategic contest between survival and danger. One distinctive behavior scientists have observed in the migration is the hesitation of wildebeest before crossing the Grumeti River. This behavior can last from several hours to even days, as the herd gathers at the riverbank, examining the water and looking for signs of Nile crocodiles. This hesitation is not just indecision, but a crucial survival strategy. According to the latest ecological studies, this caution allows the herd leaders to detect potential threats, particularly if the water is too deep or if crocodiles are near the shore. These tense moments of waiting create an atmosphere of suspense and danger, where the line between life and danger is razor thin. This behavior gives the wildebeest time to scout the area, minimize risk, and increase their chances of survival in the challenging river crossing. It's more than just a migration. It's a calculated battle with nature, where survival instincts have been honed over millions of years. In June, the African savanna becomes more vibrant than ever. The migration continues its rhythm northward, but also enters a special phase, the mating season. The migrating herds suddenly become tense. Male animals battle to secure the right to continue their lineage, creating dramatic scenes across the vast grasslands. Roars and the thunder of hooves echo everywhere. The struggle for survival becomes even more complex as predators seize this opportunity to hunt for an easy meal. During this time, the herds no longer move as a unified group. Smaller groups, known as splinter herds, scatter in different directions. They spread across the Serengeti, searching for the remaining fresh grass. Two main paths unfold. Some groups head west, crossing the Grumeti River and into the Singita Grumeti Reserve. Others move straight north, passing through Seronera, reaching Lobo, and approaching the Loliondo border. June to July in the Serengeti marks a significant shift in climate. According to data from the Tanzania Meteorological Authority in 2023, average rainfall during this period drops sharply, ranging from 0.8 to 2 inches per month. Short rains may still appear, but the gradual decrease in moisture signals the approaching dry season. Temperatures rise, grass begins to wither, and water sources become scarce, forcing the migrating animals to fight for survival. June to July marks the rut, or mating season, for the migrating species in the Great Migration. Millions of wildebeest and zebras move across the dry plains, but at this moment, the competition for mates becomes the top priority. The strongest males face off, defending their territories and fighting for the right to breed. The dry climate, yellowing grass, and scarcity of water add to the intensity of this battle, pushing each animal to the limits of survival. Blue wildebeest are the largest in number and considered a keystone species in the Great Migration. As June arrives, the northern Serengeti and western corridors are filled with the roars of males during the mating season. This is when they begin to establish territories and engage in intense competition to attract females. The strongest males select the most fertile grasslands as temporary territories. With every stride, they showcase their strength through intense confrontations, from headbutting to high-speed chases. The fight for mating rights is a relentless battle. Successful males who defend their territories well have higher chances of breeding and may mate with several females in their area. Nature adds an interesting dynamic to this battle. Blue wildebeest don't just rely on strength, but also use a subtle chemical signal. They mark their territory with a unique scent from pheromones, rubbing their horns and bodies against trees or the ground. This helps them not only protect their territory, but also attract females during the breeding season, maintaining social stability within the herd. However, the harsh weather conditions add another layer of challenge. As rainfall decreases in the Serengeti, grass becomes scarce. This forces males to constantly move to find fresh grass, making their territories less stable. In years of low rainfall, males have to change territories more frequently, reducing their chances of successfully maintaining their territory and breeding. Amid the Serengeti's dry grasslands, as hot winds lift dust into the air, every confrontation and movement becomes a dance of survival, where mating instincts and the struggle to endure are intertwined. Unlike blue wildebeest, zebras have a more complex and stable social system known as a harem, led by a dominant male. A harem consists of one male, several females, and their offspring. These members often stay together for months or even years. During the mating season from June to July, the harems gather into larger herds, sometimes reaching hundreds of individuals, migrating together toward the northern Serengeti and the western corridor. During this time, the males protect their harems fiercely, fending off intruders trying to approach the females. A male will signal a warning by rubbing his nose or shoulder against the rival. If there is no retreat, a fierce battle will ensue, sometimes lasting for hours as the two males wrestle, biting each other's necks, heads, or legs. The victorious male ensures the right to mate with all the females in his harem, maintaining stability and strong genetics for the next generation. Although they don't have a harem system, Thomson's gazelles are polygynous, with each dominant male mating with multiple females in his territory. Their breeding occurs regularly throughout the year, helping their population thrive. During the rut, males establish temporary territories, waiting for females to enter their area. Unlike the fierce battles seen in blue wildebeest and zebras, the gazelle males don't engage in intense fighting. At this time, males who control areas with lush grass have better chances of mating, as females tend to gather where food is plentiful, ensuring good health during the breeding season. During the mating season, in addition to grazing and competing for mates, the migrating herds continue their journey. They move in large groups, creating a natural shield against predators. The coordination between multiple species, especially zebras with their unique black and white stripes, causes visual confusion for predators, making it harder for them to pinpoint a specific target. As the herds move in large groups, the success rates of lions and cheetahs drop significantly. This improves the chances of survival, as potential prey are constantly protected by thousands of other animals. Even gazelles, though smaller than wildebeest and zebras, benefit from this protection when they move with larger herds. However, as food and water become scarce towards the end of the rainy season, the large herds often begin to break up into splinter herds in search of resources. This fragmentation creates more opportunities for predators to ambush, often targeting weaker or young individuals when the herd is scattered. In the Western Corridor and Kogatende area, lions take advantage of the dispersal of migrating animals to ambush those that are weak or exhausted during the mating season. During this time, dominant males often become fatigued from defending their territories and mates, making them easy targets for surprise attacks. Lion pride along the Grumeti River and in the Singita area use the complex terrain to ambush smaller herds as they cross the river. The mating season is a prime time for lions to hunt, as the dispersal of the herd and internal competition leave the animals distracted and less vigilant. Additionally, the migrating herds must also face leopards, a solitary and stealthy predator known for their ability to hide and ambush from above. During the mating season, when gazelle herds are more prone to scattering, leopards often target weak, young, or isolated individuals. Particularly when the males are busy defending their territories and competing for mates, leopards exploit their distraction to launch ambushes. With their climbing skills and muscular strength, leopards easily navigate challenging terrain, creating a significant threat to the migrating animals during their journey. The dense vegetation in the Serengeti and the Western Corridor offers leopards excellent cover. Thanks to their surprise ambushes from trees or thick grass, leopards can take down their prey in mere seconds before the herd can organize a response. According to the latest data from 2024, the success rate of leopards can reach 50 to 60% during quick and sudden attacks. Adding to the challenges of the migration is the formidable presence of hyenas, known for their complex social structures and group hunting strategies. During the mating season, they become a significant threat, especially to young or weak individuals when the herds are scattered. Hyenas are not only skilled hunters, but also opportunistic scavengers, often stealing prey from other animals. Unlike large cats, who often hunt alone, hyenas use pack strategies, surrounding and wearing down their prey through long chases before making their move. They focus on areas where the herds gather for mating, targeting individuals that have strayed from the group or when males are preoccupied with defending territories. From August to October, the Kogatende region in northern Serengeti and Kenya's Masai Mara become the focal point of the Great Migration. Millions of wildebeest, zebras and gazelles move north, having crossed the dry plains of the Serengeti, only to face the formidable Mara River. Daily river crossings take place, presenting a harsh challenge. This is the most difficult part of their journey. On the other side of the river lies the Masai Mara, a lush grassland, only 580 square miles, but full of promise with fresh grass sprouting after the rains. To reach it, the herds must cross the powerful river and face the dangers lurking within. The fast-flowing river stretches for miles, and beneath its murky waters are massive Nile crocodiles, eagerly awaiting their annual feast. As the migrating herds approach, the river's water levels can fluctuate unexpectedly, posing a serious threat to their crossing. In 2024, the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute reported that during years of unusual rainfall, the Mara River's water levels can change dramatically. Sudden rises can create flash floods, making the crossing perilous for the migrating animals. However, in years with lower rainfall, the river levels drop, making it easier for the herds to cross. But this also means an increase in the number of Nile crocodiles, silently waiting beneath the still waters. The risk of crocodile attacks rises as the herds cross, turning this journey into one of the most dangerous moments of the Great Migration. The fluctuating water levels of the Mara River play a crucial role in the migration behavior of the animals. At this point, choosing the right time to cross is a matter of survival, as each decision directly impacts the herd's safety. Research from the Serengeti Research Institute in 2024 shows that in years with heavy rainfall, the mortality rate during river crossings can increase by 10 to 20% due to strong currents and the risk of drowning. On the other hand, in drier years, this rate decreases, but the risk of crocodile attacks increases as the herds are forced to cross shallower sections of the river, making them more vulnerable. From July to October, the wildebeest and zebra herds continuously move through northern Serengeti and the Masai Mara in Kenya. The river crossings happen daily, with multiple crossing points along the Mara River. A common misconception is that the herds only move north in June and stay in Kenya until October, but the reality is much more complex. At crossing points, the herds may suddenly change direction, sometimes crossing the river only to turn back immediately. The decision to cross or not often happens abruptly and without a set pattern. If one individual decides to jump into the water, many others will follow. Sometimes it's just 10 animals, but other times it's 10,000, creating dramatic migration scenes. As the wildebeest and zebra herds approach the Mara River, one of their most notable behaviors is hesitation and exploration. The herds often gather at the riverbanks for several days, waiting for the lead individuals, especially zebras, who have excellent vision and can assess the danger of the river. This behavior reflects not only caution, but also a sophisticated survival strategy. As the wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles step into the Mara River, the tension rises with every footstep. Hundreds of hungry crocodiles await, anticipating a grand feast. On both riverbanks, lions and hyenas also take advantage of the moment when individuals are separated from the herd or exhausted after their long journey. In these decisive moments, the river is no longer just a crossing. It transforms into a harsh arena. The predators, hidden beneath the water, are ready for the chaotic moments when the herds begin to cross. With their immense size and unmatched strength in the water, Nile crocodiles can easily pull down an adult wildebeest weighing 1,000 pounds. Here, they perform powerful death rolls underwater to tear apart their prey. From July to October, the Great Migration brings millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles from the Serengeti across the Mara River. Masai Mara transforms into a vibrant arena of survival. Covering approximately 580 square miles, this region is a natural extension of the Serengeti to the south, with diverse landscapes ranging from vast grasslands to river valleys and low woodlands. This area benefits from some of the highest rainfall in the Savannah, with annual precipitation ranging from 30 to 50 inches, creating a rich and diverse vegetation. The short, lush grasses provide an ideal food source for wildebeest and zebras. Meanwhile, the taller grasses serve as a habitat for larger native herbivores like giraffes and elephants. This diversity creates a complex yet balanced ecosystem, where animals coexist without intense competition for food. Masai Mara is a biodiversity hotspot in the African savanna. This area is home to more than 95 mammal species and 570 different bird species. The rich variety of herbivores, combined with the migration of millions of animals, has created a complex food chain where predators are constantly in search of high-quality meals. The Masai Mara is home to the Big Five: lions, leopards, elephants, buffaloes, and rhinoceroses. Originally, the term Big Five was used by hunters to refer to the most challenging animals to hunt. But today, it has become a symbol of eco-tourism. Lions, a key species in the Big Five, play a central role in the Masai Mara ecosystem in Kenya. As apex predators, they typically hunt in prides. Large prides, such as the marsh pride, take advantage of the wildebeest and zebra migration, making it easier to find food. During the migration, lions often target larger prey like wildebeest, buffalo, and zebra, but they can also hunt smaller animals like gazelles. The size of the prey directly influences the lion's hunting strategies. When hunting smaller animals, 1 or 2 lionesses can carry out the hunt alone. However, when facing larger animals like buffalo or young elephants, lionesses usually coordinate as a group to increase their chances of success. Lions in Masai Mara tend to have higher hunting success rates at night, thanks to their excellent night vision. This becomes particularly important when wildebeest and zebras are fatigued after their long journey, making them easier targets. Beyond being hunters, lions play a vital role in controlling herbivore populations. As lion numbers increase, populations of wildebeest and buffalo decrease, which helps prevent overgrazing. This maintains ecological balance in Masai Mara, ensuring the grasslands are not overconsumed and keeping the entire ecosystem healthy. Leopards, one of the most successful predators in the region, hide in the shadows of the African savanna. In Masai Mara, they are typically nocturnal and live solitary lives in dense vegetation near rivers. Although their numbers are not large, the diverse vegetation provides enough space for leopards to hunt and survive in this competitive ecosystem. Leopards are versatile hunters, preying on a wide range of animals, from small species like rabbits and birds to medium-sized prey such as gazelles and impalas. Not only are they independent predators, but leopards also contribute to maintaining ecological balance. Their ability to hunt at night reduces the pressure on herbivores during the day. Using the cover of darkness, leopards approach their prey with incredible speed and precision. A 2023 study showed that the hunting success rate of leopards in Masai Mara is around 38%, significantly higher than other predators in the area. In the Masai Mara, the African bush elephant is the largest land animal and an important member of the Big Five. Adult males can weigh up to 13,000 pounds and stand between 10 to 13 feet tall at the shoulder, while females are lighter, weighing between 6,000 and 8,800 pounds. Their long tusks and remarkable memory not only help them find water, but also enable them to remember migration corridors across generations. African bush elephants live in matriarchal herds led by adult females. Males leave the herd upon maturity to live either alone or in small bachelor groups. In the Masai Mara, elephants act as the architects of the savanna, using their strength to knock down trees, move smaller plants, and create new grassland areas. This provides ideal habitats for smaller herbivores like gazelles and impalas. Arc elephant can consume up to 300 pounds of vegetation daily. Not only do they shape the landscape, but they also search for and dig up water from dry soil during droughts. As a result, other smaller animals benefit from the precious water that the elephants uncover. The next giant, the African buffalo, is one of the most formidable members of the Big Five and a symbol of strength in the Masai Mara. Adult males can weigh between 1,000 and 2,000 pounds and stand about 4 to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. Their curved horns, especially the thick and hard part in the center called the boss, play a crucial role in self-defense, helping them fend off powerful predators like lions and hyenas. Buffalo live in large herds of up to 500 individuals, providing protection and safety for weaker or younger members. When attacked, buffalo herds often work together to defend each other, especially against large predators like lions. A 2023 study shows that lions' success rate in hunting large buffalo herds is only about 10 to 15%, demonstrating the power of herd unity. Among the Big Five, the rhinoceros is one of the rarest and most vulnerable species. Masai Mara is home to both the black rhino, Diceros bicornis, and the white rhino, Ceratotherium cymum, with the black rhino being more common, although their population remains critically endangered. The black rhino is smaller than the white rhino, weighing between 1,750 and 3,000 pounds, and is known for its solitary and aggressive nature. In contrast, the white rhino, weighing up to 5,000 pounds, typically resides in southern African grasslands. In the Masai Mara, black rhinos live in dry savanna areas with horns that can grow up to 5 feet long. Unfortunately, this feature makes them a target for poaching due to the demand for their horns in traditional medicine and trade. According to the Kenya Wildlife Service in 2023, there are only about 30 to 40 black rhinos left in the Masai Mara, despite numerous conservation efforts and anti-poaching patrols. Within this ultimate battleground of existence, the crown of the savannah is never held by a single ruler for long, as raw power faces off against tactical wit. Who will claim total dominion? Lions versus hyenas. The battle between strength and strategy. The battle that decides the throne of the savannah. When lions hunt, hyenas fall silent. When hyenas surround, lions betray even their own hunting instincts. Which species truly rules the savannah? Share your thoughts with us before we dive into. Lions versus hyenas. Savannah's throne. Unlike the dense jungles or barren deserts, the savannah is an open stage where life and survival play out simultaneously, with no moments of respite. The landscape of the savannah is painted with sprawling grasslands, solitary trees, and precious waterholes. These elements are not merely the backdrop, but also key protagonists in the drama of survival. Each day unfolds as a new chapter in the never-ending story of existence. On the grand stage of survival that is the African savannah, lions and hyenas take center stage in an unending tale of strength, strategy, and resilience. This is a place where every creature must fight for its existence. Every breath, every chase, every roar is a note in the symphony of untamed nature. Spanning over 5 million square miles, the savannah stretches from East Africa to Southern Africa. In this vast expanse, every corner tells a unique story. Yet, they all center around the fragile balance between life and survival. Lions are not just symbols of the savannah. They are its rulers. With their muscular builds, male lions can weigh up to 550 pounds, stretch over 10 feet in length, and stand 4 feet tall at the shoulder. Their dominance stems not only from their strength, but also from their mastery as strategists. Lions live in prides, typically consisting of 10 to 15 members, where lionesses take on the primary role of hunting to sustain the group. Their hunts are a lesson in teamwork. A lioness might ambush a zebra or wildebeest using the shade of acacia trees for cover, before bursting forth at speeds of up to 50 mph to capture the prey. However, lions do not hunt merely to survive. They play a critical role in maintaining ecological balance. By controlling herbivore populations, lions prevent overgrazing, ensuring the grasslands remain healthy and capable of regenerating, sustaining life for all species in the ecosystem. If lions are the kings, then hyenas are their relentless challengers. Hyenas rank as the second most formidable predators on the savanna, standing just behind lions when facing them one-on-one. Weighing around 150 pounds, hyenas may seem less imposing, but their bite force reaches an incredible 1,100 psi, nearly double that of a male lion. Hyenas are often misunderstood as mere scavengers or opportunistic thieves. In reality, they are highly effective hunters, employing intelligent pack strategies that allow them to take down even large, difficult prey like wild buffalo. On the dry grasslands of the African savanna, hyenas are perhaps the only creatures capable of striking caution in the hearts of the kings of the plains. Lions and hyenas are not just competitors for food, they are also arch-enemies. Research shows that there is up to 60% overlap in food sources between these two species. This overlap often leads to intense confrontations. Despite their constant rivalry, the ongoing struggle between lions and hyenas plays a crucial role in maintaining balance. It ensures that neither species gains complete dominance, keeping the savanna ecosystem in a state of equilibrium. Lions and hyenas, which one do you think is stronger? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Amid the vast golden grasslands stretching to the horizon, the relentless struggles between lions and hyenas continue to unfold. The African savanna is a place where life and survival intertwine, a land where every creature must fight to endure. This is not just a natural habitat, but a complex ecological tapestry where lions and hyenas vie for dominance in an unending cycle of life. When the morning sunlight pierces through the mopane trees, Chobe National Park awakens. This is a land where every blade of grass and every stone tells a tale of survival. It's a place of contrasts, where the power of lions faces the cunning of hyenas, between parched fields and life-sustaining rivers. In the scorching heat, the mopane trees stand tall like stoic sentinels. Reaching heights of up to 50 feet, their uniquely butterfly-shaped leaves provide shade for both lions and hyenas. But shade is not the only thing that makes the mopane forest the center of attention. This is a realm where power and survival are constantly tested. Lions in Chobe National Park are not just predators, they are rulers. They hunt with precise coordination, each stride a perfect blend of strength and strategy. During hunts, buffaloes and zebras are their primary targets. But here, where water is scarce and the grass is dry, their success rate is only about 25 to 30%. Male lions participate in hunts less often, usually leaving the task to the females. However, when needed, they emerge, using their strength to end the chase decisively. If lions are the embodiment of strength, hyenas are the symbol of resilience and versatility. Their sharp jaws can crush the bones of their prey as effortlessly as snapping dry twigs. Hyenas are not only skilled hunters, but also opportunistic scavengers, turning carrion into a lavish feast. Hyena clans often outnumber lion prides. Some clans can have up to 70 or even 80 members. When hunting, they rely on endurance. With their large hearts, hyenas can run over 5 miles without stopping, wearing down prey like wildebeests through sheer persistence. In Chobe, no meal comes without a price. Lions and hyenas frequently clash over carcasses. According to a 2023 study, hyenas managed to steal about 63% of kills from lions, but these takeovers are not without resistance. Through unity, lions often fend off such attempts, sometimes even overpowering hyenas to defend their territory. The last remaining waterholes during the dry season become battlegrounds. Here, all creatures gather to quench their thirst. In this tense atmosphere, lions dominate with brute force, while hyenas rely on their numbers and patience to secure their share. These confrontations not only define the relationship between these two species, but also maintain the balance of the entire ecosystem. The relentless battles unfolding each night in Chobe are not merely matters of instinct. They are an unending clash between power and intellect. On one side stand the proud lions, rulers of the food chain. On the other, the cunning spotted hyenas, united like a well-trained battalion. Lion prides in Chobe National Park often hunt as a team. The females, agile and tenacious, take on the primary role of hunting. Silently, they traverse the grasslands, using every shadow and the faint glimmer of moonlight to approach their prey within 50 to 100 feet. Each step is as light as a breeze, yet beneath lies the compressed power of muscles ready to erupt. When they attack, lions aim for the weak spots, the neck, hind legs, or belly of their prey. With a bite force reaching 650 pounds per square inch, a single bite feels like a sledgehammer breaking through resistance. But lions are not just about brute strength, they are tactical warriors. The larger males typically remain at the edges, guarding their pride and ready to confront any challenges. Yet even kings occasionally lose their thrones. In the darkness of Chobe, other eyes are always watching. Large, determined hyena clans, outnumbering and outmaneuvering, ceaselessly seek to claim the spoils. Hyenas excel in a strategy called mobbing. They don't sneak around. They arrive like a storm, chaotic noises and maniacal laughter echoing across the plains. Though smaller in stature than lions, hyenas often outnumber them by 2 or 3 to 1. And they don't merely intimidate. Hyenas employ encirclement tactics, akin to wrestlers pinning their opponents to the ropes. Approximately 63% of their attempts to seize food from lions are successful. The distance between the two forces often starts at 100 to 300 feet. If lions fail to act swiftly, their hard-earned meal will soon fall to their unrelenting rivals. With a bite force nearly double that of a male lion, hyenas are well equipped to take on their adversaries in overwhelming numbers, but they are patient hunters. Hyenas wait for lions to finish part of their meal before advancing, or when necessary, they confront the lions head-on. It is a strategy that is both calculated and coldly efficient. In every encounter, balance is hard to achieve. Lions wield immense individual strength. An adult male lion weighs nearly 3 times as much as the average hyena. But hyenas counter with collective intelligence, cooperating like a finely tuned clockwork machine. They rely on sheer numbers. When the ratio tips to 3:1, victory often belongs to the hyenas. However, larger lion pride, with 10 or more members, typically hold their ground. A recent study found that their success rate in defending their kills reaches 65% when the pride is sufficiently large. Even so, confrontations remain frequent, leaving scars on bodies and lessons etched in memory. These battles are not just stories of 2 species, they are the essence of ecological balance. Lions act as regulators of herbivore populations. They hunt buffalo, zebras, and impalas, helping to keep these species within natural limits. By focusing on weak, elderly, or injured prey, lion prides ensure that herbivore populations remain healthy and stable. However, when hyenas enter the scene, this balance shifts. Losing more than half of their kills forces lions to hunt more frequently. This increased hunting pressure impacts herbivore populations, particularly during the dry season. Competition between lions and hyenas is not just fierce, it drives evolution. Though powerful, lions must adapt to survive. In Chobe, lions often form larger prides, with 10 to 15 members, to better protect their kills from hyena clans. But this adaptation comes at a cost. Larger prides require more food. During prolonged dry seasons, when resources are scarce, these larger groups face the threat of starvation. Hyenas, on the other hand, develop increasingly sophisticated strategies. They don't just rely on numbers. They've learned to coordinate effectively, disrupting lion formations with their chilling calls and attacking from multiple directions. Hyenas are not merely scavengers, they are nature's recycling machines. While lions often leave significant portions of their kills uneaten, hyenas efficiently consume what remains. The rivalry between lions and hyenas extends its influence far beyond their immediate conflict. Herbivores must alter their behavior, seeking safer areas and avoiding high-risk zones. Even vegetation benefits, as controlled grazing pressure, allows ecosystems to regenerate and thrive. This intricate web of interactions showcases how the fierce competition between 2 apex predators shapes the survival strategies of other species and promotes the overall health of the ecosystem. The Serengeti Mara ecosystem, spanning across Tanzania and Kenya, is the beating heart of wild East Africa. This land is not just a vibrant canvas of nature, but also the stage for awe-inspiring journeys, where millions of lives are interconnected to create a perfect balance. It is a story of life, death, and renewal, told through the rhythm of rain, the movement of herds, and the endless expanse of its grasslands. The migration brings not only grazers but also predators in its wake. Lions lie in wait among the grasses, targeting the weak or young. Hyenas, with their haunting laughter, trail the herds, ready to seize an opportunity to steal a meal. At this time, Serengeti Mara transforms into a grand theater, where every creature plays its role. As the sun rises over the vast grasslands of the Masai Mara, its golden rays illuminate each blade of grass, heralding a new day of life and struggle. The grasslands transform into a battlefield where lions and spotted hyenas relentlessly vie for dominance over the bountiful resources brought by the Great Migration. With millions of wildebeests and zebras pouring in each year, the Masai Mara becomes the epicenter of dramatic chases and unforgiving confrontations. As herds of wildebeests move across the lush green plains, they kick up swirling clouds of dust, drawing the sharp gaze of the two largest predators on the savanna. Lions, masters of ambush, use the tall grass as camouflage and rely on their raw power to strike. An adult lion, weighing up to 420 pounds, can bring down a wildebeest with a single, precise pounce. In contrast, hyenas do not rely on the explosive strength of lions, but instead on endurance and group tactics. With a heart disproportionately large for their body size, hyenas possess incredible stamina, enabling them to run for miles and wear down their prey. Often, they leverage their numerical advantage and loud, eerie calls to sow chaos among wildebeest herds, isolating the young or weak. Once a wildebeest falters, the hyena's trap closes in, and the unfortunate animal becomes another link in the savanna's cycle of life. The battle for survival in the Masai Mara is far more complex than a simple rivalry between lions and hyenas. Here, the drama is heightened by the presence of nomadic lions, lone wanderers that exist on the fringes of pride territories. These outcasts, unbound by allegiance to any pride, roam in search of new territories or prides to claim. Their arrival not only increases the chaos within the ecosystem but also challenges the established order. These young male lions often launch attacks on existing prides, overthrowing aging leaders and killing cubs to assert dominance. This brutal act, though natural, significantly reduces the number of lion cubs and weakens the pride for extended periods. With the pride scattered and its ability to defend its territory diminished, hyenas seize the opportunity to expand their influence, thriving in areas where lions once reigned supreme. As lion populations decline, hyenas waste no time capitalizing on the void. Large hyena clans, sometimes numbering over 50 individuals, can dominate key hunting grounds and even control access to vital water sources. Not only are they efficient hunters, but they also excel at scavenging, often outmaneuvering smaller or weakened lion prides to steal kills. However, hyenas don't always have the upper hand. When a lion pride is strong, especially with the presence of robust adult males, it can effectively defend its territory and prey. Clashes between the two species often end with one side retreating, leaving behind scars on the savanna as evidence of the ongoing struggle. The story between lions and hyenas is not merely a confrontation of two apex predators. It directly impacts the balance of the entire Serengeti Mara ecosystem. When lion populations decline, hyenas experience rapid growth, increasing pressure on smaller herbivores such as Thomson's gazelles. Excessive predation on these smaller species can significantly reduce their populations, which in turn affects the regeneration of vegetation. Migratory herds of wildebeests and zebras, which seasonally traverse the Masai Mara, may also alter their routes to avoid areas with high hyena densities, disrupting ecological cycles that have existed for millions of years. The competition between lions and hyenas plays a critical role in maintaining the equilibrium of the Masai Mara. However, when one side gains overwhelming dominance, the ecosystem becomes vulnerable to imbalance. A 2024 report revealed that an increase in hyena populations could reduce small herbivore numbers in a given area by up to 20% within 5 years. This decline not only affects animal life, but also transforms the landscape, as reduced grazing by herbivores leads to shifts in the structure and diversity of grassland vegetation. Beneath the expansive blue skies of East Africa, stretching from Tanzania to Mozambique, the eastern Miombo woodlands emerge as an ancient, vibrant world apart. This isn't just a forest. It's the heartbeat of East Africa's ecosystem, where diverse flora and fauna coexist in a complex yet harmonious web of life. Towering Brachystegia trees, reaching over 50 feet tall, spread their umbrella-like canopies, providing shade to the arid lands below. During the dry season, their leaves turn hues of orange and gold, painting the landscape like a masterpiece touched by the tropical sun. Despite the dry soils, this ecosystem thrives as a biodiversity treasure trove, where every living being contributes to the delicate balance of nature. Nestled in northern Tanzania, the Ngorongoro crater is like a natural necklace, cradling life within its embrace. Here, time feels as though it has paused. A massive volcanic caldera formed over 2 million years ago, brimming with extraordinary abundance and richness. Spanning approximately 100 square miles, this enclosed world harmoniously blends every natural element into a complete and self-sustaining ecosystem. Towering cliffs over 2,000 feet high frame the crater, where the wind whispers across the green grasslands, telling timeless tales of unceasing life. The crater also boasts the highest lion density in the world, with 60 to 70 lions inhabiting this small enclosed area. These apex predators roam the grasslands, their eyes fixed on herds of wildebeests and zebras. Male lions, their dark manes heavy and imposing, often engage in fierce battles to defend their territories. Meanwhile, the lionesses lead hunting expeditions, orchestrating dramatic chases that define the rhythm of life in the crater. But lions are not the only rulers here. Hyenas, with their haunting laughter, shadow every hunt. They wait for the right moment to seize the prize. In the heart of Ngorongoro crater, where nature paints a majestic tableau of sprawling grasslands and sparse woodlands, reminiscent of the eastern Miombo woodlands, life is in perpetual motion. Here, every roar, every footstep is part of an unrelenting battle for survival. Within this vibrant ecosystem, lions and spotted hyenas are the two dominant forces, each employing unique strategies to assert their place in this abundant yet fiercely contested environment. Ngorongoro crater is neither a dense rainforest nor an arid desert. It is a massive caldera where low-lying grasslands, acacia xanthophylla forests, and seasonal water bodies converge to form a haven for life. However, this abundance of resources is also the focal point of intense conflicts. Lions, with their superior strength and ambush tactics, are not only formidable hunters, but also opportunistic scavengers. Unlike in southern Africa, lions in Ngorongoro crater claim up to 71% of the prey that hyenas manage to hunt. A pride of lions, led by powerful black-maned males, can easily overpower even large hyena clans. Rather than hunting constantly, lions leverage their size and brute strength to dominate the ecosystem. Hyenas, by contrast, excel in stamina and patience. They hunt by exhausting their prey, often targeting migratory species such as wildebeests or zebras. Using an encirclement strategy, hyenas weaken their target before bringing it down. Even after a successful hunt, hyenas must defend their kill against lions, a constant threat in the crater. In the face of danger, hyenas employ defensive tactics. They form protective circles around their kill or vulnerable members of the clan, emitting loud, eerie calls to summon reinforcements. Their characteristic laugh serves as both a communication tool and a psychological weapon, sowing confusion among their enemies and fostering unity within the clan. Yet, despite their resilience, the Ngorongoro crater is lion territory. Lions, the true kings of the Savannah, are responsible for 60% to 70% of adult hyena fatalities in the crater. A lion attack is swift and ferocious. They target isolated or weaker hyenas, often those separated from the group. With precise tactics, lions lunge at their prey, using their powerful jaws to strike at critical points, quickly subduing their opponent. As in other regions, the competitive relationship between lions and hyenas is not merely a tale of two apex predators. It is a key factor shaping the entire structure of the Ngorongoro crater ecosystem. However, imbalance can arise when one species gains overwhelming dominance. When lion populations grow too quickly, hyenas face increasing pressure, forcing them to alter their hunting strategies or seek new territories. In the heart of southern Africa, between the arid Namib Desert and the sprawling savanna grasslands, the Namibian savanna woodland offers a unique and understated beauty. This is not a dense forest as one might imagine, but rather a sweeping landscape of vast grasslands, punctuated by camelthorn trees that stand as solitary sentinels amid the desert. The camelthorn trees, towering up to 65 feet, are the lifeblood of this region. Their roots plunge as deep as 150 feet into the earth, tapping into scarce underground water reserves. Even in the prolonged dry season, their silvery grey foliage remains vibrant, providing shelter and sustenance for countless animals. Etosha serves as a natural stage, home to tens of thousands of wildlife, each species playing a crucial role in maintaining the park's delicate ecological balance. Across the vast grasslands, plains zebras move like living rivers, their herds numbering in the thousands, creating a mesmerizing flow of motion. Their hooves till the soil, scattering grass seeds, while their dung enriches the ground with nutrients. The springboks, with their incredible leaps of up to 13 feet, appear as dancers on this natural stage, their acrobatics both captivating and a vital escape tactic from predators. Nothing commands attention quite like the African elephants, the true giants of Etosha. Weighing up to 12,000 pounds, they move through the Mopane forests, breaking branches and carving new pathways. These silent architects of the ecosystem disperse seeds and shape the landscape, ensuring the survival of the region's flora. With a population of approximately 2,500 elephants, Etosha is one of southern Africa's premier havens for these majestic creatures. The abundance of herbivores sustains Etosha's apex predators. Lions, with their distinctive dark manes, dominate the night, hunting in the stillness under the stars. With 350-400 lions roaming the park, Etosha boasts one of the highest lion densities in the world. Their thunderous roars echo across the grasslands, a proud declaration of their reign over this remarkable wilderness. Etosha National Park is not a sanctuary for the weak. With an average annual rainfall of just 15 inches, this is a land of harsh extremes, where survival is a test of resilience. Herds of springboks and oryxes traverse the grasslands in search of water, but their existence is constantly threatened by two apex predators. Lions, the rulers of the Savannah, rely on their sheer strength and ambush strategies to hunt. An adult lion, weighing up to 420 pounds, can take down large prey such as buffaloes or zebras with just a few calculated strikes. However, their tactics extend beyond the hunt. In a resource-scarce environment like Etosha, where food is precious, lions frequently steal kills from hyenas. Hyenas, on the other hand, excel in endurance and teamwork. A large clan of hyenas, often with dozens of members, knows how to coordinate their efforts to exhaust and weaken prey before making the final kill. Armed with powerful jaws, unmatched aggression, and superior numbers, they can quickly subdue even large animals. However, their success is often shadowed by the looming threat of lions, who are ready to assert dominance over any kill. In the arid environment of Etosha, scarce water sources like Okauquejo and Halali become vital hubs of life. These waterholes are not only gathering spots for animals to quench their thirst, but also battlegrounds for lions and hyenas. Conflicts are frequent, especially at dusk or nighttime, when both predators are most active. The dynamic between lions and hyenas in Etosha is not merely a rivalry. It is a complex interaction that sustains the balance of the ecosystem. The power disparity between lions and hyenas significantly affects the balance of the Namibian savanna woodland ecosystem. In this case, hyenas are at a disadvantage to lions, often being overwhelmed, leading to a sharp decline in their population. This means that animal carcasses are not processed in time, which can result in the spread of diseases among wildlife populations. The rainy season in the savanna begins in November, transforming the entire landscape. When the first rains touch the African savanna, the parched land awakens. Water flows across the grasslands, replenishing dried-up pools and turning the region into an endless, lush green carpet. Thomeda triandra grass grows tall, reaching heights of up to 5 feet, obscuring visibility and transforming the savanna into a verdant maze. Dry rivers are revived, forming temporary pools that attract herds of wildebeests and zebras. Meanwhile, acacia xanthophylla trees bloom, draping the brown earth in golden hues, adding vivid strokes to the living canvas of nature. However, this transformation disrupts the balance of predation. The tall grass becomes a double-edged sword. For lions, it provides better cover for ambushes, but reduces their visibility and increases the time needed to approach prey. For hyenas, the soft and slippery terrain doesn't hinder their stamina, but extends their chases, consuming more energy during pursuits. Hyena clans operate like a finely tuned machine, where every individual has a distinct role. During a hunt, the strongest adults take the lead, charging directly at the prey to apply pressure. Other members follow, encircling and exhausting the prey until it is quickly subdued. This coordination not only maximizes the collective strength, but also minimizes risks for each individual. The success rate of hyena hunts increases by 25% when they hunt in groups. The society of hyenas is built upon a strong matriarchal foundation. In each clan, females hold the reins of power, dominating all males. This hierarchy is not merely a social structure, but a survival strategy in a challenging environment. During the rainy season, when food sources are scattered, this matriarchal structure becomes critical for maintaining stability. Dominant females not only dictate the clan's hunting strategies, but also lead confrontations, particularly when defending territory from lions. With larger bodies, averaging 150 pounds, and higher testosterone levels, dominant females naturally take on leadership roles. They are given priority access to food and play a crucial part in protecting the clan's young. The hierarchical order, based on familial ties to the leading female, ensures resources are distributed efficiently, especially when food becomes scarce. The rainy season presents significant challenges for the clan's young. Flooding and low temperatures can be fatal if proper care is not provided. In hyena society, adult females play a crucial role in nurturing and protecting the cubs, ensuring the survival of the next generation. The social structure of hyenas not only establishes order, but also enhances hunting efficiency and territorial defense. Females not only care for their own cubs, but also protect other young in the clan, creating a strong support network. This collective care reduces mortality rates, particularly under harsh weather conditions. During the rainy season, when grass grows up to 5 feet high and the terrain becomes slippery, coordination among members becomes a critical factor for survival. In group hunts, hyenas employ smart encirclement tactics. They drive their prey into soft, muddy or waterlogged areas, where the terrain slows down the prey's speed and agility. Some hyenas block escape routes from the front, while others pursue from behind, forcing the prey into a dead end. Hyenas' coordination is not just a simple chase, but a meticulously organized operation. During each hunt, clan members take on specific roles. The strongest adults often lead the charge, applying pressure on the prey, while smaller or younger members maintain the circle or provide support from the rear. This strategy not only maximizes the group's strength, but also minimizes the risk of injury for individual hyenas. Endurance is one of the hyena's most vital weapons. Unlike lions, which rely on speed and strength to overpower their prey in a short burst, hyenas depend on their stamina to wear down their targets. A hyena chase can extend across a radius of 3 to 5 miles, covering terrain that would discourage most other predators. The hyena's powerful bite, capable of exerting up to 1,100 pounds per square inch, is a formidable weapon for finishing off prey. A few bites to the tendons or neck can quickly bring down large prey like buffaloes. In coordinated group hunts, hyenas' success rates increase by 25%, especially during the rainy season when prey is more likely to get trapped in slippery terrain. Animal carcasses swept away by floods or exhausted in harsh conditions also become an abundant food source, saving hyenas energy for future hunts. With their keen sense of smell, hyenas can detect carcasses from up to 3 miles away, a significant advantage over most other predators. The relentless footsteps of hyenas make them tireless hunters, chasing their prey until it collapses from exhaustion. When the first heavy rains of the season pour down, the African savanna undergoes a dramatic transformation. The once parched grasslands burst to life. Thomeda triandra grass grows tall, reaching up to 5 feet in some areas, creating green walls that obscure everything. Herds of wildebeests and zebras no longer gather around fixed water sources as they do in the dry season. Instead, they spread out, taking advantage of the newly revived rivers and waterholes. In this chaotic landscape, lions face a significant challenge: how to maintain the strength of their pride, defend their territory, and hunt effectively in an ever-changing environment. This is not just a story of survival. It is a testament to the incredible social organization of lions. During the rainy season, lion prides must travel farther to hunt. Large prey like wildebeests and zebras are scattered, forcing prides to cover up to 15 miles a day in search of food. The tall grass and soft, slippery terrain reduce the effectiveness of ambushes, a tactic lions usually excel at. To overcome these difficulties, lion prides must adapt their approach, relying more heavily on teamwork and meticulous strategies to navigate these challenges. A lion pride typically consists of 3 to 20 individuals. Contrary to the myth of a singular dominant king, the true center of the pride is the lionesses. These females maintain the pride's rhythm, taking on the roles of hunters and caregivers for the cubs. Meanwhile, male lions, with their superior strength and size, serve as the pride's defenders, protecting it from external threats. Although roles within the pride are clearly defined, the coordination between male and female lions is essential for survival in such a harsh environment. Lionesses not only handle hunting, but also nurture and protect the next generation. Male lions act as guardians, ensuring the pride's territory remains secure from invaders. This division of roles is not a separation, but a complementary dynamic, enabling the pride to function as a unified whole. Hunting is not the only responsibility of the lionesses. they must also safeguard and nurture the cubs, the pride's future. During the rainy season, with increased activity from hyenas and leopards, the risk of cubs being attacked is at its highest. Dens are usually chosen on higher ground, far from flood-prone areas. Here, lionesses take turns guarding the cubs, ensuring their safety from all potential threats. This protective behavior is not merely a duty, but a testament to the strong bonds within the pride. During the dry season, herds of wildebeests, zebras, and buffaloes gather around fixed water sources. However, as the rains arrive, rivers overflow and waterholes emerge across the landscape, causing these animals to disperse widely across vast fields. The challenges for predators are not just about the distances, but also the changing terrain. Mud slows down chases, and grass, towering up to 5 feet, obstructs visibility. A group of lionesses, typically 2 to 4 members, works together in perfect coordination. They move quietly, inching closer to their target, with the tall grass completely concealing their movements. The success rate of lions using ambush tactics in tall grass increases by 40%, surpassing that of any other predator under similar conditions. When the distance narrows to 10-20 feet, one lion lunges for the attack, sudden and precise. The others swiftly encircle the prey, cutting off all escape routes. This tactic is particularly effective against slower, larger prey like buffaloes or even giraffes. The rainy season, with its challenges and obstacles, does not diminish the lion's dominance over the savanna. Instead, it highlights their intelligence, organization, and refined hunting prowess. From ambushes in tall grass to coordinated group attacks, solo hunts, and nocturnal pursuits, lions are not just warriors, but also artists on nature's stage. In the pouring rain, as their roars echo across the plains, they embody not just strength, but also resilience and adaptability, a never-ending story of the rulers of the wild savanna. During the rainy season, the male lion assumes a vastly different role. While they participate in only 5 to 10% of hunts, except for larger prey such as giraffes or buffaloes, male lions play a decisive role in defending the pride. Their primary responsibility is to protect the territory and maintain dominance within the group. The rainy season not only transforms the landscape, but also heightens external pressures. Spotted hyenas, the lion's fiercest competitors, become more active, organizing large-scale raids to steal kills or create disturbances. At the same time, young males from other prides intensify their efforts to challenge dominant males for control. The pride's territory becomes a battlefield where every intruder pays a heavy price. Rain washes away the scent markings lions use to define their territory. Patrol paths fade and boundaries blur, leaving territorial limits undefined. In this context, the task of defending the territory becomes more urgent for male lions. Weighing an average of 420 pounds, Male lions are formidable warriors, using both their strength and thunderous roars to assert their dominance. A roar from an adult lion can travel up to 5 miles, serving as a clear declaration of territory amid the rain. However, at times, a roar alone is not enough to deter advancing threats. One of the male lion's greatest adversaries is the large hyena clans. When 10-20 hyenas attack in coordinated mobbing tactics aimed at disrupting and dividing the lion's formation, male lions respond with sheer power. A single swipe of their massive paw can severely injure or even kill an adult hyena. The presence of a male lion often forces hyena clans to retreat, restoring balance and protecting the pride from significant harm. The rainy season, with its trials and dangers, does not diminish the lion's dominance. On the contrary, it highlights their strength, not just in their powerful strikes or muscular build, but in their organization and unity. This is the complete portrait of the Savannah's true rulers, where each downpour serves as a reminder of their resilience and intelligence, a story of unwavering dominion over the wild. The scorching sun blazes over the African savanna, transforming the vast landscape into a barren wasteland. Temperatures soar beyond 104 degrees, scorching all life on the ground. The once lush Thomson Triandra grasslands, vibrant after the rainy season, now crumble into brittle, dry patches under the heavy footsteps of migrating herds. The dry season is not only a test of endurance for all species, but also a time when the balance of power shifts between lions and spotted hyenas. The relentless competition between these two apex predators intensifies like never before. As water becomes scarce, large water sources like the Mara River or Seronera River turn into hubs of life. Herds of wildebeests, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles, the primary prey of both lions and hyenas, gather around the remaining waterholes. However, these resources are insufficient to sustain all. The scarcity forces both lions and hyenas to adapt, modify their strategies, and at times face each other head-on to survive. The dry season transforms the savanna into a stark battlefield, testing every species' limits. Burnt grass, dwindling water, and the rare shade of acacia trees fail to ease the oppressive heat. This harsh environment leaves predators with few places to hide. The open terrain reduces the effectiveness of ambush tactics and increases the frequency of encounters between lions and hyenas. Under these conditions, both lions and hyenas must adjust their behavior to optimize energy use. Lions reduce daytime activity by nearly 20% compared to the rainy season, shifting their hunting primarily to the night to avoid the searing heat. Hyenas, with their superior heat tolerance thanks to their cooling mechanism through panting, can extend their daytime activity, giving them an advantage in chasing prey or competing for food. As the dry season's harsh winds sweep across the African savanna, the landscape seems to hold its breath under the oppressive heat. The Thomson Triandra grass, now yellow and brittle, appears ready to ignite under the unrelenting sun. A single spark, whether from a lightning strike or human activity, is enough to unleash fires that consume vast stretches of land. Ash blankets the ground, smoke clouds the sky, and life seems stripped away, leaving behind a haunting, desolate scene. Wildfires, a natural part of the savanna's cycle, are relentless destroyers. Each year, more than 4 million square miles of savanna are affected by fires. These infernos consume everything in their path, from sprawling grasslands to low shrubs, once havens for both predators and prey. The aftermath is devastating. Herds of wildebeests, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles, the primary prey for both lions and hyenas, migrate to distant areas, leaving a challenging void. As prey disappears, the scorched, open terrain fundamentally alters the savanna's landscape. For lions, this presents a significant challenge. Without tall grass for ambushes, they are forced to adapt their strategies, struggling in exposed areas where every movement is visible under the glaring sun. In contrast, hyenas, with their agility and remarkable endurance, better utilize these open spaces to hunt or track lion prides. The dry season in the African savanna brings not only scorching heat, but also sparks indirect battles along the food chain. As Themida triandra grasslands turn yellow and rivers dry up, exposing cracked earth, the entire ecosystem feels the strain of scarcity. In this harsh environment, lions and spotted hyenas engage in a silent struggle through the interconnected links of the food chain. Everything in the savanna begins with grass. The once dense vegetation, the foundation of the food chain, is eroded by harsh weather. With the lush green fields gone, herds of wildebeests, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles, the primary prey for lions and hyenas, are forced to migrate. According to a 2023 ecological report, wildebeest populations in drought-affected areas declined by 40%, leaving deadly voids across the savanna. As prey becomes scarce, the interconnected relationship between lions and hyenas within the food chain becomes increasingly apparent. These two apex predators not only compete for prey, but also rely on scavenging carcasses to survive. A single wildebeest carcass left under the blazing sun can become the center of fierce conflicts, while simultaneously serving as a shared resource for survival. However, an even harsher challenge is looming. The sun hangs high over the savanna, casting rays as sharp as blades onto the cracked earth. The scorching heat, more intense than ever, stretches not just day after day, but across prolonged, relentless dry seasons. This is not merely a natural trial. It is a fight for survival, where dominant predators like lions and spotted hyenas battle not only each other, but also face a greater adversary, the environment and humankind itself. According to a 2023 report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, temperatures in regions like the Serengeti Mara ecosystem and Ngorongoro crater have risen by 1.5 degrees over the past century. Rainy seasons have shortened, while dry seasons have lengthened, depleting not only water, but also life itself. This shift has made food sources increasingly scarce. Herbivores must migrate earlier and farther in search of fresh grass and water. Even these resilient creatures, however, cannot endure indefinitely. 30% of wildebeests perish during the dry season due to exhaustion or dehydration. Their carcasses become valuable resources, but are insufficient to quell the fierce competition between lions and hyenas. Wildfires, a natural part of the ecological cycle, have now grown uncontrollable. Climate change has caused these fires to ignite more frequently and with greater destructive power. Burned grasslands strip away the cover lions and hyenas use for ambushes, forcing them to confront each other directly in open, barren landscapes. A 2024 study from Chobe National Park revealed that after major wildfires, the rate of confrontations between lions and hyenas increased by 45%, as territorial boundaries are reduced to mere ashes. If nature has already turned harsh, human activity further intensifies the pressure. Over the past 50 years, 75% of savanna landscapes have been converted into farmland or settlements, according to the World Wildlife Fund. Natural migration corridors for herbivores have been severed by roads, fences, and even livestock grazing areas. Regions like Masai Mara National Reserve now face the dual challenge of balancing conservation goals with the survival needs of local communities. These changes severely disrupt the hunting dynamics of lions and hyenas. Herds of wildebeests and zebras, their primary food sources, can no longer migrate naturally, making them easier prey for predators. However, this convenience is uneven and unpredictable, forcing lions and hyenas to expand their hunting territories. This expansion increases the likelihood of overlapping territories and escalates conflicts between the two species. But the conflict doesn't stop between the two species. Incidents of lions attacking livestock or hyenas encroaching on settlements in search of food are becoming increasingly common. According to Panthera, the number of lions killed by humans has risen by 10% in the past 5 years, especially in areas bordering savannas and agricultural land. Hyenas face similar challenges. They are trapped, poisoned, or eliminated for trespassing into farms, with over 200 cases annually reported in Kenya. The African savanna still echoes with the roars of lions and the chilling laughter of hyenas. But beneath the surface of this majestic landscape lies an unending struggle. Climate change, habitat loss, and human encroachment not only impact individual species, but reshape the entire ecosystem. In this battle, lions and hyenas are not just competitors, they must also learn to adapt. Yet the pressing question remains: can they continue to uphold their roles in the food chain, or will they be overwhelmed by greater forces beyond their control? Fortunately, amidst the challenges, new conservation efforts are painting a hopeful picture for this ecosystem. Protected areas like Serengeti National Park and Masai Mara National Reserve have been expanded by over 1,000 square miles, creating ecological corridors that connect scattered habitats. These corridors allow wildlife to migrate without being hindered by artificial boundaries, reducing wildlife-human conflict-related deaths by up to 20%. In addition, over 50 miles of electric fencing have been installed in Chobe National Park to safeguard livestock and minimize conflicts with lions and hyenas. Technology has also become a vital ally. GPS collars and AI-powered camera systems deployed in Kruger National Park monitor the movements of lions and hyenas, predicting conflict hotspots and reducing confrontations by up to 30%. Vegetation restoration projects like the Great Green Wall are re-establishing stable food sources for herbivores, a critical link in the food chain. In the early 21st century, the lion population, Panthera leo, in Kenya, had dwindled to fewer than 2,000 individuals, largely due to conflicts with the Masai community. Amid the threat of extinction, the Lion Guardians program emerged, offering new hope for this iconic predator. By recruiting Masai locals as guardians, the program integrates indigenous knowledge with modern technologies like GPS collars and monitoring cameras. Those who once viewed lions as enemies now protect them, reducing lion killings by 90% in the region. Furthermore, a reward system based on the number of lions safeguarded has transformed conservation into a sustainable source of income. As a result, the lion population in Amboseli increased from 11 individuals in 2007 to over 200 individuals by 2023. This is not just a remarkable conservation achievement, it is proof that with unity, humans and nature can work together to restore what once seemed lost. Wildlife conservation is not solely the responsibility of large organizations. It requires the participation of every individual. Act today. Support conservation organizations, reduce the use of environmentally harmful products, and spread awareness about the importance of protecting nature. Each small action you take is a building block for a sustainable future for our planet. And if you've ever had the chance to visit the African Savannah, don't hesitate to share your knowledge and experiences in the comments below. Your stories can serve as inspiration and motivation for ongoing efforts to conserve rare wildlife and ecosystems, preserving them for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on more incredible adventures. Alternatively, you can continue exploring the survival journeys of wildlife in other regions with Wild Savannah, the migration journey and challenges in the land of predators, or Wild Savannah, the lion's journey to becoming the ruler.